This week's 48 Hours investigates the murder of a young mother in broad daylight. On the morning of October 2nd, 2020, Alyssa Burkett was killed outside her office in Texas. When her mother got the call to come right away, she quickly suspected who was to blame. 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant has the story.
When Teresa Collard got to her daughter's office in Carrollton, Texas, she knew it was bad.
I pull up, police, fire trucks, ambulance, everywhere.
Who are you?
I'm Detective Harding.
I remember asking that officer, I said, she didn't make it, did she? And he said, no, she didn't.
24-year-old Alyssa Burkett had just pulled into her usual parking space when a man with a gun approached her car. Michael Harding was one of the lead detectives.
She had the window up, and he shot right through the window.
Assuming she was dead, her assailant started to leave. But Alyssa Burkett was still alive.
She gets out of her car, and she walks up to this landing to try to get help because she knows her coworkers are here.
The shooter chased after her, this time holding a knife.
After he starts to stab her, she's still fighting. On this window right here, there was a blood handprint smear where Alyssa was trying to get anyone to come out and help her.
But fearing it was an active shooter situation, her co-worker stayed inside until finally her attacker fled.
Once the suspect left, her co-workers came out to try to render aid.
But it was too late. Teresa told detectives that Alyssa was in the throes of a bitter custody battle with the father of her 1-year-old daughter, Willow Ann.
She even said, I think he's the kind of person that's gonna try to kill me. And he did. And he did. Oh my God.
Within an hour of getting to the crime scene, we knew that we needed to look for Andrew Beard.
Jeremy Chevalier was also a lead detective.
At first, this seemed like an open and shut case. But as it turned out, Andrew Beard was only half the story.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
Peter
What a
Van Sant
tragedy.
joins us now. What a tragedy, especially the fact that her co-workers thought this was an active shooter, so they, of course, locked the doors and didn't
Right.
go out.
Right.
Just a sign of the times. But why did this guy or the suspect think that this crime could happen in broad daylight?
It was sheer madness. People watched the killing, saw him drive off in a black SUV. Now, this man wore a disguise. Andrew Beard wore a disguise. He had a beard, and he'd put on some dark makeup so that he could impersonate a person of color. Shows you what a rat he was, right? But cops eventually learned that he had planted drugs and a pistol in the trunk of Alyssa's car, called the cops on her, to try, and then reported her as there was a drug dealer working out here. So this guy was really sinister. That dirty trick didn't work at the time, but eventually he caught up with her.
And there's a twist. There's actually someone else. I'm not going to reveal it because we want to, you got to watch on Saturday.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
Yeah. So it looks like, hey, this is just Andrew Beard, but there wasn't. There was this sinister other person behind the scenes, manipulative, and you will not believe this character until you see it. You have to see the hour, but a third person is involved in all of this who manipulated, and you'll see this person being questioned by cops and things. It's unlike anything I've had in a story in 48 hours.
And the darkening makeup is just despicable on so many levels. Peter Van Sant, thank you so much. You can watch Peter's report, The Plot to Eliminate Alyssa Burkett, on 48 Hours tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.